Forget the red carpets and Grammy smiles, people, because we're diving into the scandal that shattered Hollywood's favorite fairy tale. Nicole Kidman just dropped divorce papers. Keith Urban ghosted the entire planet, and Tinseltown is shaking harder than a detoxing starlet denied her Botox fix. But you think that's the full story? Honey, you're not even close. This isn't a breakup. It's a blockbuster-level betrayal with backstage tea so hot it could melt the brass right off the Walk of Fame. Picture this. 19 years of flawless romance, red carpet handholds and award show glamour, then bam. Nicole Kidman walks into Keith Urban's private studio at midnight. What does she find? Love ballads? Guitar picks? Creative inspiration? Try Lips Locked, tangled in a duet you won't find on any album. And the mystery vocalist wrapped in Keith's arms? None other than rising country princess Maggie Baugh, America's fiddle-playing sweetheart. Now apparently fine-tuning more than just her vocals with a taken man. Hollywood called it unthinkable. Nicole called it proof. And Keith? Crickets. The man vanished, slamming the mute button harder than his last guitar solo. So tell me, when a loyal wife walks in on her superstar husband making music and more, with a fresh-faced country prodigy in a shadowy studio corner, what happens next? Exactly what Nicole did. Divorce filed, ring off. Empire reclaimed. And Hollywood? Still pretending it never saw a thing. Stick around, because this, my friends, is only the opening scene. Oh, the girl next door suddenly behaved like she owned the private studio access code. The very same Maggie Baugh who gushed in interviews about her dream collaborations, conveniently forgetting to mention those secret after-hours harmony sessions with a married man. Harmonies? Please. Lips? Allegedly. And hands? Absolutely interlocked with a connection stronger than premium Wi-Fi. Nicole Kidman had heard the whispers before, of course. Those tiny sparks of gossip floating through Hollywood's golden corridors. Little murmurs like, Keith is getting too close to that new girl, or Maggie's spending a lot of time in his studio. But Nicole brushed it off. Why? Because love makes geniuses act clueless, and trust is the most expensive luxury item in Hollywood. And she bought it at full price. But that night, that fateful award show night, everything changed. Nicole was supposed to be at home, resting under silk sheets with expensive lavender oils and $1 million face mask. But something pulled her. Call it intuition. Call it feminine instinct. Call it the spiritual scream of every wife who suddenly feels her marriage vibrating off key. She drove to the studio, quiet and calm. A queen who wasn't checking up. She was just dropping by because no matter how rich or famous you are, sometimes you need to physically confirm if your husband is working or working. The door wasn't locked, the lights weren't off, and fate didn't even pretend to give her a warning. Nicole walked in, stiletto silent, like a detective in a $12,000 gown. She peeked inside the dimly lit corner, expecting a mic check or a late-night jam session with boys in cowboy boots pretending to be poets. But instead, she saw the scene no wife should ever witness. Keith Urban, country superstar, acting like a teenage boy at prom behind the bleachers. Lips deep into Maggie Baugh, as if he were trying to extract her soul through artistic passion. His hands on her waist, her fingers in his hair, and that smirk. The "this isn't the first time" smirk. Nicole froze. A whole career of emotional roles couldn't prepare her for real heartbreak. Every red carpet photo, every anniversary speech, every interview where she called Keith her greatest support, all played in her mind like a sick highlight reel of humiliation. She didn't scream. Queens don't scream. She didn't throw anything. Elegance doesn't throw. She simply turned around, walked back to her car, and let silence crown her pain. Because sometimes power is quiet, and heartbreak is loud only in your bones, not in the room. The next morning, confrontation day, Keith sat across from her like a man caught stealing candy, not shattering a marriage. Not a man caught annihilating a marriage. First came the performance, the denial. It wasn't what it looked like. Then came the dramatic sighs, the apology, the trembling voice, and the whole "I made a mistake" tour. A classic script, seen a million times before. Honestly, boring. But Nicole, she didn't arrive unprepared. She laid the evidence down like a courtroom queen. Studio camera footage, late-night text messages, the infamous 1:13 a.m. audio note of Maggie giggling and whispering, "I miss you already." And Keith? Keith was quiet, silent like his guitar before the show, silent like guilt, silent like a man who finally realized he married a woman who doesn't lose battles. She ends wars. Hollywood pretended to be shocked. Publicists rehearsed their "we respect privacy" statements, but behind velvet curtains and fake sympathy hugs, everybody whispered. Everybody knew the storm had begun, and Nicole Kidman did not cry in the corner. She plans, she decides, she walks in dignity, and then she detonates. And as smoke rose from the ruins of a marriage built on camera smiles and country love lyrics, one thing was clear. Nicole hadn't just caught betrayal. She had captured a storyline Hollywood never saw coming. The quiet before the explosion was over. The world was about to know everything. From here, Hollywood tried to do what it always does. Patch the scandal, sweep the chaos, and pretend the whole mess was just a creative misunderstanding. The PR machine kicked in faster than a Beverly Hills facelift. Statements circulated like perfume samples at a luxury mall. There is no affair. They were rehearsing. Someone misinterpreted an innocent moment between colleagues. Oh, really? So now lips rehearse too? Cute. Meanwhile, insiders weren't buying it. One anonymous studio worker, let's call him Superman with a security badge, whispered, "I saw them way before that night. And trust me, they weren't practicing music theory." Another staffer reportedly said Keith wasn't laying down tracks. He was laying down heartbreak. Suddenly, social media caught fire like someone dropped gasoline on a candle factory. Fans weren't whispering. They were typing in capital letters, clutching pearls they bought on Etsy. People were picking sides faster than they pick Netflix shows to binge. Team Nicole hashtags skyrocketed into the stratosphere. Team Keith? Well, they attempted a defense, but it was basically 3 confused guitar fan accounts mumbling in lowercase. And Maggie, oh, fiddle-playing superstar, woke up to the internet dragging her name like a broken suitcase on a busted airport carousel. One viral tweet sneered, "Forget the fiddle. She's playing the marriage like a banjo." Another declared, "Homewrecking isn't a music genre, sweetheart." Brutal? Yes. Accurate to this fictional saga? Also yes. Yet Maggie stayed silent, posting a blissful photo with her guitar as if the world wasn't burning. Her caption? "Music heals, ma'am. Be serious." Meanwhile, Nicole didn't tweet. She didn't rant. She didn't sprint to Oprah, at least not yet. Instead, she marched into her legal team's office like a goddess ready for war. Sunglasses on, jawline sharp enough to slice through solid steel lies, and she uttered one single powerful command: "Make it public." Boom. Divorce papers were officially filed. Headlines exploded like fireworks over Malibu. Nicole Kidman files for divorce. Keith Urban silent. And Keith? The man truly was a ghost with a guitar. No comments, no posts, not even a weak denial. Just a suspicious, eerie calm, like a kid who shattered a priceless vase and is desperately hoping no one spots the glittering ceramic corpse on the floor. And those text messages Nicole possessed? Oh, the internet has the memory of an elephant. Fake insiders leaked one that read, "I hate leaving you like this. Wish I could hold you longer." Another said, "Someday they'll understand us." The forbidden love script, so original. Hollywood should sue for plagiarism. Then, an anonymous source, and we all adore Anonymous, leaked a supposed studio memo claiming security had told Maggie to stop her after-hours visits. If true, it's messier than glitter at a toddler's birthday party. If false, the vibe remains deliciously chaotic. And in the world of scandal, vibes are everything. Now picture every Hollywood elite watching nervously from their glass mansions. Every A-lister with a multi-million-dollar marriage suddenly started checking their spouse's location sharing. Directors were frantically texting their publicists, "Do we have footage of me behaving?" Agents were sweating bullets like they just heard the word cancellation. This was no longer a simple cheating rumor. It had exploded into a full-blown custody battle for public sympathy. And right now, sympathy was sitting comfortably in Nicole's lap, sipping herbal tea and signing autographs. Keith, meanwhile, was absolutely nowhere to be found. Paparazzi staked out his ranch, his studio, and even his favorite green detox smoothie bar. Because even scandalous men need their health kicks. But they found only silence. The man could have been meditating or hiding inside a guitar case. Nobody knew. But Hollywood knows what to do when a king falls. It crowns a queen. And rise she did. Nicole stepped out one morning in a razor-sharp tailored suit, sunglasses on, and head held impossibly high. She radiated pure, unbothered Phoenix energy, and photographers absolutely lost their minds. Someone shouted, "Nicole, how do you feel?" She offered a smile so subtle and sharp it could cut diamonds. The translation was clear, liberated. The internet blared. She played, and she won. Reaction videos exploded. TikTokers reenacted the studio discovery with dramatic violin scores. YouTubers dissected Keith's silence like it was a secret military code. Podcasts debated if talent excuses terrible behavior. And the fans? They were digitally stitching photos of Nicole with crowns and angel wings, captioned, "Royalty doesn't beg, it breaks contracts." Then, the whispers of real consequence began to circle. Tabloids speculated about a nervous record label. Country music awards were reportedly unsure of the optics. Tour teams were scrambling. The rumor mill spun faster than Maggie's fiddle strings. Sponsors got itchy. Magazines allegedly paused features. This wasn't mere heartbreak. It was a social earthquake. Its aftershocks measured in headlines and hashtags. Yet through the entire chaos, one thing remained constant. Keith still hadn't spoken. Not one word. Not a tweet, not a vague love and light post, not even a blurry notepad apology. Just a silence so thick you could spread it on toast. And in Hollywood, that kind of silence screams louder than any Oscar night sob. The stage was now set, not for a romantic duet, but for a brutal legal and social showdown. The world wasn't just watching. It was refreshing feeds, screen recording, and sipping tea seasoned with popcorn butter. The Queen has played her hand. Maggie Baugh is desperately clinging to her innocent act. And Keith Urban? He's either plotting a major comeback or searching for how to vanish completely without auctioning his guitar collection. But if you thought this divorce was the climax, think again, sweethearts. In Hollywood melodramas, this is merely the intermission. Now the real fallout begins. Careers will tremble, reputations will crack, legal teams are honing their weapons, and the entire world is leaning into their screens, ravenous for the next installment of this glitter-drenched disaster. And believe me, what's coming next is downright ugly. We've now arrived at the chapter Hollywood truly dreads. Not the salacious scandal, not the viral headlines, not even the divorce papers themselves. No, this is the accountability era, where careers falter, images hemorrhage, and every murmur transforms into a courtroom testimony. The instant Nicole's filing went live, the situation didn't simmer down, it exploded. Attorneys began celebrating like they'd just taken home an Oscar. Contracts, prenuptial clauses, asset ledgers, all hauled into the light like skeletons escaping their luxury closets. Nicole wasn't departing quietly, oh no. She demanded resolution, her dignity, and a generous serving of poetic justice. The word on every faux insider blog is that she demanded complete access to every private studio recording and security tape. Let me translate. If you thought her exit was brutal, just wait until she empties the entire filing cabinet onto the courtroom floor. Keith's team went into a full-blown panic. Advisors, managers, stylists, even his hairstylist allegedly received frantic calls. Because while music might mend the soul, scandal absolutely annihilates it. And his ongoing silence is beginning to scream nothing but guilt. Gossip from Nashville suggests Maggie's handlers were also scrambling to control her story, rehearsing pathetic lines like, "We were just collaborating, it was misunderstood, and I respect all marriages." Ah, yes, the classic, "My lips accidentally collided with a married man" excuse. Truly historic. Meanwhile, Nicole's legal squad was operating like strategic grandmasters. One leak claimed she's seeking custody of the emotional narrative, meaning this story remains her property, not his. Let that sink in. A woman so thoroughly done with deception that she is now legally trademarking her own truth. Hollywood studios immediately began quietly reshuffling their casting lists. Nicole Kidman's future, littered with golden empowerment roles, prestige projects, and Oscar buzz swirling around her like bees in a designer garden. Keith Urban's future? Let's just say talent agencies aren't fans of chaos unless it moves album units like lemonade in a heat wave. And right now, Keith's lemonade stand was looking parched. Fan pages revolted. Country music insiders gossiped in hushed tones. Then came the real sting, the business end. Because when scandal tarnishes fame, fame smashes finances. Tour sponsors got cold feet. Streaming services quietly pulled his promotional banners. A leaked industry text read, "We can't market heartbreak anthems while he's starring in his own real-life tragedy." Cold, brutal, deliciously messy? Absolutely. Maggie Ball, meanwhile, found the spotlight turning scorching. Instead of festival offers, she received unofficial industry cooling period memos. That's PR code for "sit down, sweetheart, before your career goes bye-bye." Through it all, Nicole moved with the grace of a sovereign reclaiming her throne. Poised, controlled, zero meltdowns, pure strategic silence backed by legal firepower. She wasn't weeping. She was orchestrating. At one public event, a reporter shouted, "Nicole, do you regret the marriage?" She paused, offered a soft smile, and declared, "I don't regret love. I regret wasting loyalty on someone who didn't understand its value." Mic drop. Silence. You could hear cameras gasp. Somewhere in Nashville, a guitar string surely snapped. And Keith? He finally surfaced. Paparazzi caught him ducking into a black SUV, looking broken. Head bowed. The wedding band vanished. No statements. Just a man discovering that silence doesn't save you. It entombs you. A PR insider confessed his team begged for a simple apology. "I loved her. I failed. I'm healing." But Keith refused, allegedly muttering, "They don't need my voice right now." It sounded almost poetic, until fans fired back. They needed your loyalty, not your poetry. Just as this saga seemed to peak, a new bombshell dropped. Rumors of a tell-all interview. Not from Keith, from Nicole. The quiet warrior, ready to speak exactly once, holding receipts like sacred texts. An Oprah, Variety, and Vogue special. The world held its breath like it was Black Friday at Dior. Meanwhile, TikTok and YouTube transformed into digital courthouses, flooded with edits celebrating Nicole's glorious rebirth. Every commentator is screaming the same truth. Cheating in Hollywood? Common. But cheating on Nicole Kidman? That's career suicide. The memes are everywhere, all saying the same thing. Play stupid games, lose Nicole Kidman. And just like any cultural earthquake, the final aftershock arrived in one clean, public statement from her team. Nicole is focused on healing, raising her daughters, and reclaiming her peace. Reclaiming, not finding, because her peace wasn't lost, people. It was stolen, and now she holds it firmly again. Here's the beautiful part. This story doesn't end as a tragedy. It ends as a rebirth. Nicole Kidman, icon, survivor of betrayal, walks forward with a dignity sharper than any red carpet diamond. No man, no lies, just pure triumph in her truth. Keith Urban and Maggie Ball can trend together if they want, but this isn't a romance. It's radioactive fallout, and Hollywood has already crowned its queen. Because love didn't fail Nicole. Keith failed love. In the end, she didn't lose him. He lost her. She kept her power. She kept her grace. And he? He kept his silence. The longest, loudest confession this town has ever heard. Nicole rose. Keith fell. The world watched, learned, and applauded. There it is. The truth that just shattered Hollywood's polished glass. Nicole Kidman chose her dignity, her peace, and her self-worth. Keith Urban remains silent, acting like nothing happened. Maggie Ball, one hand on her guitar, the other tangled in scandal, stands in the ashes of a marriage she helped burn. So now we ask, did Nicole wait too long? Was Keith and Maggie's industry friendship always just a pretty lie? And how much longer can Hollywood hide its dirty secrets? If you live for raw truth, smash that like button, unleash your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe right now. This is Celeb X, where reality goes viral.